Warner Brothers has officially confirmed they have no interest in pleasing the fans and have no interest in making any money. Before I get started, I'd like to kindly ask that you hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel for more content just like this.
Come on, do it! Do it!
I'm well aware that Zack Snyder has been known to stir the pot a little bit. But when asked recently on a YouTube channel called Jake's Takes about the Restore the Snyderverse movement, he responded that WB has been aggressively anti-Snyder, and that they are clearly not interested in his take on these characters.
No shit.
I think we kind of all knew that, but here's what boggles my mind about this. He apparently showed you enough with Man of Steel to greenlight Batman vs. Superman. He clearly showed you enough with Batman vs. Superman for you to greenlight the original production of Justice League. So at what point did you just wake up and say, Zack Snyder is not right for us? The reality of the situation is that WB has been tone deaf from the very beginning. They assumed because a select group didn't like those movies and that it didn't get quite the support that, say, the Marvel movies get, that Snyder needed to be replaced. But they didn't account for all the people who did support Zack, and that's how the Snyder Cut came to be. So now, of course, because we've got the Snyder Cut, people want more. But instead of giving people what they want, WB is going right back to their stubborn ways and are now deciding to take the DC properties in a new direction.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
I have no issue with all these properties existing together in a multiverse. You have that ability, so why limit yourself? But I do have a problem with the way that WB is announcing these projects, because it just screams to me that they have no plan and that they're pandering to people who probably aren't fans of these things to begin with. It's all about forced diversity now, folks. Tradition and lore be damned. So you don't want to please Snyder fans, and that's fine, we already knew that. But now you're going out of your way to disrespect the fans of these iconic characters in general. I get the impression that Henry Cavill must have pissed someone off at WB. I don't know if he slept with someone's daughter or their wife, because the guy is about as perfect of a fit for Superman that we've ever seen and probably ever will see, and they refuse to embrace him. For years, people have been asking for Man of Steel 2, even without Zack Snyder. And those pleas have been blatantly ignored over and over and over. Instead, what do? They announce that they are looking for a black director and black actor for the next Superman reboot. And they do all this on Henry Cavill's birthday, no less. And if you thought that they would be adapting the character of Calvin Ellis, who is in fact an obscure but very real version of Superman that happens to be African American, no, that would take too much effort. Instead, they're just going to race swap Clark Kent.
Why?
So let me get this straight. Let's take the race stuff and the pandering out of it for a second. For years now, you've been incapable of bringing us a traditional Superman movie. In fact, you flat out disregarded everyone's desire to have one. And now you expect me to believe that you're going to be able to pull Black Superman off? I'm sorry, but I just don't see it happening. Superman as a character is a literal layup, and you had the perfect actor in-house already to pull it off. But in typical WB fashion, you can't get out of your own way. And instead of adapting the Calvin Ellis character and giving him some shine, that would require effort, so instead they're just going to race swap Clark Kent just so they can get their point across that they have the moral high ground.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
And here's the biggest joke of it all. That hack, J.J. Abrams, who already ruined the Star Wars and Star Trek franchises, is producing this movie. Tell me if this doesn't sound like a shitstorm waiting to happen. It's real convenient also, and pretty disingenuous, that WB suddenly cares about representation. Let's not forget that Cyborg had a really well done character arc in Justice League, and WB and Joss Whedon came along and decided that character wasn't important enough to have that much screen time and cut most of his part out of the movie. Let's not forget that there's a plethora of African American characters in the DC universe that already exist, and WB is just flat out ignoring their existence. Do you honestly think that hardcore DC fans wouldn't be excited if they made a Jon Stewart Green Lantern movie? Instead, they wanted to go for controversy, and yes, that's what they were doing, because they knew exactly what they were doing when they announced this project on Henry Cavill's birthday. They knew the response it would get because they knew the support that that man has. They knew that people would be upset, and what they're doing is they're already setting up their argument for later on. If people don't support the Black Superman movie and don't give it good reviews, then they're just going to call all those people racist. Does any of this sound familiar? This is Disney Star Wars all over again, folks. Now that J.J. Abrams connection is making a lot more sense, isn't it? WB is in the business of pandering and virtue signaling now. And we know when that happens, good storytelling automatically takes a back seat. I'm at the point now as a diehard DC fan where I just don't care, and that's pretty fucking sad. Black Superman movie? I don't care. Shazam 2? I don't care. Black Adam? I don't care. Suicide Squad? I really don't care.
I don't care!
The Flash, I kinda care because of Keaton, but who knows if they'll actually pull that off correctly. And as far as the Batman goes, I did care. In fact, I was one of the ones who was advocating to give that movie a chance. But apparently production has been all over the place for that movie, so who knows what the final product's gonna be. Plus, we know that WB likes to meddle in the creative process when things aren't up to their standards. I got news for you, WB. Your standards fucking suck. WB and DC are in deep shit.
That is one big pile of shit.
You see, Marvel has the luxury of fucking up because they have a built-in fan base who's going to watch whatever they put out anyway. The DC fan base is fractured right now. You got Snyder fans over there, you got comic fans over here, and then you have these White Knight apologists who will just watch anything that's thrown at them and make excuses for it in the process. This is a complete and utter shit show, and I'm to the point now where I just hope it all fails. Because in my mind, this company is fucking clueless. And they prove that more and more every day. They don't deserve Henry Cavill, they don't deserve Ben Affleck, they don't deserve Zack Snyder. They deserve exactly what's coming to them, and that's failure.
You lose! Good day, sir!
So let me know what you thought about all of this in the comments down below. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time right here on Real Shift. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Y'all be cool. Nah.